Almost sold out Motorpoint Arena, the Panthers in town, the blackouts happened, and everybody full of anticipation. Neil Conway, one of them. His first Boxing Day clash between the Steelers and the Panthers. Another man on his first Boxing Day clash, Doug Christiansen, gives his final words of wisdom to his Steelers team. Drew Fatter came out explosive. The Steelers were ready. The Panthers were ready. 8,000 in the building were ready, and we were in for a Christmas cracker. The Nottingham Panthers had the best of the early stages. In the opening couple of minutes, David Clark is looking for his 300th Elite League goal. He would be the first player to achieve that feat. Went close. 0-0 still here. There's Robert Farmer. His first Steelers-Panthers game as a Panther, of course. Played a couple as a Steeler. Frank Doyle, though, was in excellent form, making several vital saves early on. And the Steelers took the first penalty. Drew Fatter made his way to the penalty box at 7:59. He was off for hooking. And the most explosive power play in the Elite League went to work. Steelers' kill, though, was outstanding, limiting the power play chances of the Panthers to just that, one chance in the 2-minute spell. Another blocker saved by Doyle. And for all intents and purposes, it looks like the Steelers were struggling to clear their zone. But from defence to offence in, well, one immaculate pass. Stephen Goertzen. Robert Dowd. Conway still hasn't seen it. 1-0 Sheffield Steelers. 14:40 Dowd from Goertzen and Fatter, and the Steelers led by a goal to 0. Look at this, Conway doesn't even move. Beats him glove side, posting in, but look at that for a pass by Stephen Goertzen. 1 zone, 2 zone, picks up just inside the red line. And Robert Dowd shoots and scores. The fans applause. The Steelers fans were happy. They led by a goal to 0. Steelers had turned the screws at this point. They had chances as the final hooter went. Callis and Baldwin clashed. Salters comes in, acts as policeman. And the Steelers went off that first period. A goal to the good. They led 1-0. It was end-to-end stuff. Doyle makes one save at one end. Then the Steelers would come with speed. The Bulldog line with Spencer and Phillips, they would go close. And then the Panthers would come back the other end. It was end-to-end stuff. Matt Ryan with a good opportunity here. Fires one into the feet. A bit of a scrum afterwards. That's what we like to see in a Steelers-Panthers game. Score remained 1-0. The next goal was always going to be important. A momentum changer. If the Panthers got it, of course, they'd tie the game up, go looking for a winner. If the Steelers could put some space between themselves and Nottingham, what a turnaround that would be. New line combination. So Dowd replaced Sirianni on the Di Casemiro line. And you'll see Sirianni now come out with Legui. Dowd is still out there from the shift before, but look at the persistence from Sirianni. Can't get the first shot away, wins the one-on-one battle to get it back, and then shoots past Conway for a 2-0 scoreline. Outstanding Sirianni. For all intents and purposes, looked like he shot through the first time and picked up a rebound, but it wasn't the case. Couldn't get that first shot away, got deflected, and then he fought for it. Look, fights for it. He wins the battle to get it back, and he shoots, he scores. Great effort, Sirianni. Steelers led 2-0. Dowd with the assist. Another stop from Doyle, but then a piece of standing play from Lakovic. Fires one through. Again, Doyle makes another save. Keep your eye on Legui here. We almost had one of those highlight reel goals. Taxi, and Legui goes through. Legui on Norton, great chance then, but he just couldn't get one past Conway. Scoreline remained 2-0. Opportunities would come for both sides. The next one for Stephen Meyer, back door. Great stop by Conway. It was to be, though, a victory for the Sheffield Steelers, a 2-0 victory for Doug Christiansen's men in front of 8,000 people on Boxing Day. Look at what it means to Frank Doyle. He shuts out the Nottingham Panthers in the biggest game of the year. First period from Dowd, second period from Sirianni. Scoreless third, the Sheffield Steelers 2. The Nottingham Panthers 0. Frank Doyle was your man of the match. He got an incredible standing ovation. Let's hear what Coach Doug Christiansen thought.
Doug, congratulations, biggest game of the year, and you've sent 8,000 people home very happy.
Great win, great environment. Guys are fantastic, and you know what? To shut out a team like them, it's a phenomenal accomplishment for everybody, from our defensemen to our forwards to our centers winning faceoffs. We did all the little things tonight, and you know what? We deserve to get the 2 points, and hopefully we can do that again.
We took our chances when they came, none more so than Robert Dowd's.
I thought that was a great play. You know what? They hemmed us in a little bit, and you know, Goertzen and Doughty, they made a read, and Kurtz makes a great pass, and Doughty buries. And you know what? That was a big goal. You and I just talked about it. We knew going into tonight's game that first goal was going to be pivotal. We wanted to get the crowd into it. We wanted to get us going, and no better person to do it than Doughty.
It was important to get the second one as well, but just before that, Doyle makes a great stop, doesn't he, in the second period?
Well, the turning point in the game, in my opinion, was when Doyle makes a save with the blocker. Just a fantastic save just a few minutes before Sirianni scores. And you know what? We were doing a lot of good things in the second period, but we hadn't put one past them. And you know what? They obviously are so dangerous. They go the other way, and Frank makes a huge save. Shutout preserving save, a lead preserving save, but it allowed us to get that next one, which really allowed us in the third period to stick to our game plan and keep getting after them, but being really smart at the same time.
I thought they looked after Frank as well in the third period. The guys blocked shots. They defended with just everything they had.
I think every guy on our team probably blocked a shot tonight. You know what? We did a lot of really good things on the kill. We did a lot of really good things defensively, but each guy did their job. And when everybody does that, and we talked about it before the game, it was just about a contained rage. That was it. Make sure that you don't cross the line, but with every single shift, show that rage, finish your hits, drive the net, do all those things. But sometimes it takes a man to block a shot. It takes a man to take a hit to make a play. And I thought all the guys kept their heads and kept their cool, and we wind up with the 2 points.
Just briefly, the occasion, the theatre, what's it like being, you know, the ringmaster, if you like, in the middle of all that when it's going off? Because they are great occasions, aren't they?
Tonight was awesome. Tonight was absolutely fantastic. I don't pump my fist very often after goals, but I definitely gave one after the second one. It's because of the emotion of it and the excitement involved in it. And you know, the fun part for us is we get to do it again in a couple days in their building, and it's just a lot of fun to be a part of these games. It's a big reason why I wanted to be here, and I'm really, really proud of the team because they played absolutely as hard as they could.
You talk about the one in the NIC in a couple of days' time, and what do you have to do between now and then?
Well, I think we need to look at the video. That's number one. Nottingham made a couple adjustments in the third period, some things we got to take a look at. I'm sure they're going to make some adjustments, and it's going to be really about thinking what Corey's thinking about. But for the players, it's just going to be about tomorrow we're going to skate. It'll be fairly light, just get the bodies going, and we need to make sure that we bring the same level of intensity because there's going to be thousands of people cheering against us there, and it's just going to be 20 guys going into a building and trying to make those people leave quiet.
I know you're pretty quiet about the old personal life of yours, Doug, but Mum's in town tonight. You'll go back home, and I would imagine that must be pretty proud when Mum's watching you win a big game like that.
Yeah, it was good.
Stephen, I would imagine a very proud captain of your Steelers team tonight.
Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect word for it. I think, you know, the guys battled hard for 60 minutes, and, you know, a lot of times they could have went the other way, and we just stuck with it for 60. I thought, you know, Frankie played great, all our D played great, you know, through the forwards. It was just a really good team effort.
I think you played great as well. You know, you led by example out there tonight. You were involved in everything and really carried the team. At times, you know, you took it to Nottingham.
Yeah, I think, you know, I really liked our line with Decaz and Doughty. I thought, you know, we had a lot of speed out there and created a lot of offense. And, you know, best defense is a good offense. I know it's a cliche, but I thought, you know, that was our line tonight. We were buzzing them, and I think gave our team some energy.
Important we scored first. We got off to that great start, and what a finish by your line mate, Dowd.
Yeah, it was great finish by him. I saw him cutting up ice. He made a great read, and I was you know, lucky enough to hit him. And you know, it's those ones where you're sitting back and you're basically watching the breakaway, and you're just hoping that he buries. And you know, like I said, that's what Doughty gets paid for, and he knows how to finish. It was a great play.
We spoke to Doug a little bit earlier and a couple of the other guys, and we talked about that save Frank made in the second period. 1-0. game-changing save, because then we go and score and make it 2-0. Well, that Doyle save, that blocker save, was an outstanding one.
Yeah, I think it just gave us confidence. He's going to be there even if if there's one mistake, and there's going to be mistakes in games. They're a great offensive team over there, and we kept them to 0 goals tonight, which was great. But that doesn't mean we're not going to give them any chances. And the few chances that we did give him, he was in there strong like he always is, and it just gives the guys confidence.
I announced his name as man of the match tonight, and it was like every single member of that team just went to him and punched him, tapped him, whatever. I think everybody was delighted because such a popular character on the team, and what a game he played.
Yeah, he played great, and I think everyone felt that the man of match could have went to 20 guys tonight, and I think everyone was just excited the way that we played, and let's call a spade a spade. We've had some troubles. Some ups and downs, and haven't played our best all the time. And I think, the boys really rallied tonight, and we said it was going to be a war before the game, and it was exactly that. And the boys were physical, and we got the job done.
Expect more of the same on Saturday?
Yeah, absolutely. Tough barn to play in. That they're going to be, they're going to be ready to go and not happy with the result tonight, and we are happy with the result tonight, but we go back to work tomorrow and prepare, and we need another win. It's a stepping stone right now for us. It gives us confidence. We're not looking too far in advance. We're just looking to that game, and we just got to take it day by day, and if we play that way every game, we're going to be successful.